LLCs are the go-to business setup for small business owners, but most people have no idea how to use their LLC to actually save money on taxes. And that's what we're about to fix. If you're running a business, whether you sell candles, do OnlyFans, you dance, you drive trucks, you cut hair, you flip sneakers, or you're renting out a room on your Airbnb, here are 5 write-offs that you need to know about as an LLC owner. Let's keep it simple. Number 1 is your startup costs, aka the money that you've already spent to get here. Before you made your first sale, maybe you bought a domain name, you paid for a logo, you signed up for Canva, or you took a course on the internet to learn the ropes. Maybe you spent years practicing losing money until you finally got it right. Well, the good news is all of that is called startup costs. The IRS lets you write off $5,000 in startup expenses in your first year of business. And that includes training, coaching, website stuff, and even setting up the LLC itself. Now, if you spent more than $5,000, don't panic because you can still write off the rest. It just gets spread out over 15 years. Not as exciting, but still helpful. So the stuff that you paid for before you technically started is still money that you can use to lower your taxes. Most people completely miss that. Now, the second is the home office write-off. If you run your business from home, that includes your laptop on a desk in the living room, that space can be a write-off. Now, don't go trying to write off your entire house or your entire rent. But let's say that your home is 1,000 square feet and your business corner is, say, 100 square feet. That's 10% of your home. That means 10% of your electricity, water, gas, your Wi-Fi can be written off. If you paint the walls, fix the floors, or upgrade your setup in that space, those are all write-offs too. If you buy a new desk, a new chair, a new carpet, those are all write-offs too. Even the small spaces add up. And listen, the IRS isn't trying to get you for this one tiny thing. Just keep it reasonable and write it down. And your car. If you use your car for business, deliveries, client meetings, going to the post office, you've got solid options. Is when you can use the mileage method. You can track how many miles you drive for your business purposes, multiply that by the IRS rate, which is around 65 cents per mile this year. Your option 2 is depreciation. This one's for the people who use their car a lot for their business. And if you want to write it off, well, then you can write off the vehicle's actual value over time. So if you have a big SUV or a truck, or if you bought a Tesla or a Mercedes GLE, you'll be able to write off that entire thing in 1 year using Section 179. Just don't get cute writing off your road trips or whatever else you're doing with the car. If you're driving for business, then you're leaving money on the table by not writing it off. Number 4 is your marketing and advertising. So if you're running ads, if you're paying for flyers, if you're boosting posts on IG, if you're hiring somebody to help with your content, all of that is a write-off. This is what keeps your business moving. And Uncle Sam understands that. The good news is you don't have to spread it out over the years. You get to write it off the year that you spend it. So whether it's $10 on stickers, $10,000 on ads, write it off. Now, number 5 is electing S-Corp status, but only when it makes sense. This one's not for your day one people, but it's very powerful when the time comes. If your LLC is making a lot of money, let's say $50K or more, in net profit, you might be paying way too much in self-employment taxes. That's where an S-Corp election comes in. You'll start paying yourself a salary with a paycheck, and then the rest can come to you as a distribution, which means that you're not taxed as heavily. That simple move could save you thousands a year once you've gotten everything steady and a stream of income that's coming in. Just don't do this too early because it costs money to set up and maintain. But when it makes sense, it's a game changer. Here's a bonus tip. If you have an LLC already and it's just been sitting around, use it. Get the EIN, open a business bank account, stop running everything through your personal debit card. That business account, that's the first step towards building business credit, qualifying for loans, and getting approved for stuff on your business side only. If you're not doing it yet, you're blending everything together, and that's where people are getting denials and in trouble with their taxes, losing out on funding that they could be getting by separation and proper structure. So let me wrap this up for you really simple. Write off what you spent to get started. Write off your work from home setup. Write off that car that you're driving for your hustle. Write off your ads and your grind, everything related. And when the time is right, switch your LLC into an S-Corp and you can save more on taxes. Simple moves, big difference. If you want more breakdowns like this, let me know in the comments. I actually read them.